Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Tirena and this is a full cup of tea. Okay, so my name is Tirena and my channel is all about everything fitness, health, wellness, healing, transformation, and lifestyle. So I wanted everyone to walk away from my channel with confidence and a piece of knowledge to better themselves moving forward. So if you guys enjoy my video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Okay, so today's video, we are talking about the end of 2020 and moving forward into 2021. So 2020 was a very rough year for everyone. I mean, 2020 really caused us all to stop and really reevaluate the way we were living our lives and what we were prioritizing and our level of happiness, whether that was career, family, friendship, relationships. And this was all done on a micro level as well as a macro level, right? So in our daily lives, we had to look at the people we were living with, the people who we were able or not able to have contact with, our coworkers who are now maybe seeing in Zoom or maybe having to still see every day in person, but with masks. And it was very confusing and we're still dealing with it now. Obviously, things are starting to get a little better, but with all of that being said, I want to talk about how we can better prepare moving into 2021, being happier or a little bit more deliberate about our choices of what we have, what we're dealing with, and just the mindset that we really need to have moving into 2021. So let's address the elephant in the room. For a lot of us, most of us probably walked away with some relationships that just didn't end well, or maybe job situations that maybe don't even currently exist anymore, or just really finding like, man, when things get better, I'm living my life like this, or things have to change. And I know everyone's kind of cautiously walking into 21, not being too optimistic, but at the same time, definitely knowing what we want because we've had a full year to really sit down and look at what we got. So that being said, I know anything that was fragile, whether it was relationship, finances, health, even family relationships and dynamics, anything that was fragile really did crumble this year. It went into literally every aspect of our lives. So again, if we want to reevaluate how we've been dealing with our health and maybe just health insurance altogether, or how we've been dealing with what we eat or take care of ourselves or don't take care of ourselves, or working ourselves to the ground and not really making time just to kind of sit with our thoughts and just evaluate, or just always on the go, 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 go. And now we have to sit, and a lot of us can't really sit with ourselves for more than 5 or 10 minutes, and just everything. So I want to kind of go into how we can move forward. And I think it is okay if things didn't end the way you wanted them to. I know for a lot of us, we're kind of in the same position we were in March, but I think if you deal, you can heal. So let's talk about moving forward. We need to have a very honest conversation with ourselves, I think, whether you're going into 2021 with a mindset of I want this for myself, or I expect this out of my friendships or relationships, or this out of my job or career, or I'm going to start a business, or I'm going to change my health and improve my health, or anything of that sort. We really need to be honest with what we've currently been saying and dealing with. So say, for example, health. So I'm extremely into health and fitness. I know a lot of people go into the beginning of every new year and they're like, I'm going to restart. I'm going to start off fresh. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to put on muscle. I'm going to do this. But the talks and the conversations and the behaviors are still very much in an old version of themselves or the current version of themselves. So like, I want to look like this, or I'm going to do this, but I'm chubby, or I'm fat, or I'm tired, or I'm lazy, or I'm not good enough, and you start hearing like all the negative self-talk and all the underlying beliefs that we have about ourselves. So before we walk into 2021 being like, this is going to be way better than 2020, or just I'm going to improve my life in these general directions, we need to have conversations about how we're talking to ourselves. Are we loving ourselves? Are we feeling worthy? Are we feeling empowered? Are we believing in ourselves? Are we surrounding ourselves with people who believe in us? Are we having doubts before we even put 2 steps into the front door? Or are we really just believing that we want something but we can't really have it? So that kind of goes into our self-talks and our identity. So whether your goal is to improve your body or improve a family dynamic or a friendship dynamic, a relationship dynamic, to start your own business, or maybe just move up in your career, we need to look at how we are presenting ourselves when we are alone and when we're around people. So when we're by ourselves, are we constantly finding things that we hate or that we regret or that we should have done differently? Or are we saying like, I can do this, I'm capable, I am worthy? And if the answer is no, I think we really need to make time to start talking to ourselves like we love ourselves. Because if we don't love ourselves, if we don't see ourselves of value, of worthy, of capable of doing everything and anything, which we all are, then we're not going to move forward in the way we should. I think as individuals, we create a lot more stress on ourselves and a lot more obstacles in our minds than we actually have in reality. Like any road's going to be filled, obviously, with obstacles and things that get into our way, but we want to make sure moving in, we are not our own obstacles. So that's number 1 or 2. Number 3, let's talk about a new storyline. So moving forward, we need to start telling a storyline that's favorable of what we want to achieve. So again, if we want to achieve new body goals 2021, how are we telling the story? Are we saying that we're someone who works out, that we are healthy, that we take care of ourselves, that we prioritize ourselves, that we're strong, that we make good decisions, that we are capable of staying on track? We write our own storylines. Although the pandemic happened and things will happen throughout life, we're in control of how we react. So no matter what's going on, whether you were one of those people when the pandemic happens who got hit hard financially, maybe you couldn't, obviously go to the gym. That was probably not your main focus. For many of us, it wasn't. But just for an example, you could challenge yourself to go outside, to do home body workouts indoors. If you have YouTube, there's really no excuse. What kind of storyline are we telling ourselves? Are we a person who makes excuses, or are we a person that goes out there and no matter what happens, we're going to handle it and we're going to persist and we're going to keep going and we're going to move through it and we're going to work through it? So only you can answer that question for yourself, but I think moving forward, you have to make time to evaluate, how do I feel about myself? What narrative, what storyline am I putting out into the universe? Because whatever you're putting out into the universe, you're going to get back. And that's all about persistence. So whatever vision that we constantly hold in our mind, whether it's body, financial, relationships, friendships, career, just all over mental health and peace and well-being, we need to hold that story loud and proud every time we wake up. We have to tell ourselves the new story, not our current situation, not what we're currently dealing with. We can't be sad because we currently don't have whatever it is that we're trying to achieve. we have to feel as if we're gonna get it and we already have it. Like, all I have to do is keep going and keep going and keep going. I got this. And we really have to have that mentality moving into 2021. Again, I can't imagine next year being extremely different. I know the energies are different. It should be hopefully lighter, and people really should be finding themselves more and a little more in tuned, just with the energies of the universe and what's in their heart's desire. But we really have to start believing that we are capable of achieving things that we want to achieve. And we have to keep telling those stories, painting those narratives, having those conversations, holding our heads up high, and walking into the room like we already have it. So thank you for tuning into my channel. My name is Tirena. This is a full cup of tea. And thank you. Until next time, stay true to you.